Hey there, my dude, I'm glad you made it through. 'Cause some days are tough, some bros more buff, but you, my dude, are enough. So let's post up and chill for a few, answer a phone call or two. At Hug Your Bros, that's what we do. Oh, what up? Thanks, Caleb. Alright, later, dude. Sick. Oh, this is a sick-ass cardigan. Thank you, dude. So whether you're crushing it or feeling not so legit, let it all go and hug your bro. Dude, hell yeah. I mean, that video just sets the vibe for me every single time, dude. And welcome to the live stream, dude. Hug your bros. I'm your host, Strider Wilson. Today, we got an absolute legend filling in on the sticks. We got Nelson in the house, dude. What up, dude?
What's going on, guys? Oh, you cannot see me from there.
Dude, don't even trip.
Right here.
Oh, yeah, dude. Don't hide from the people.
Yeah, of course not.
Let them see, dude. Let them see.
Let all the bros see. How's it going, guys?
Dude, I'm freaking stoked. We got anyone, is chat active yet? How we looking on chat? Hop in here. Fired up to have you guys. Hell yeah, dude. Let's go. Stoked to have you guys on the episode. Also, might as well throw it up top if we can, Nelson. Yep. On fire. Bang. QR code right there. Call in. Today we're talking risk. Don't let that limit you. If you got something on your mind, still call in. I'm here. We're here, bro. We're here to hug it out. We're here to talk it out. We're here to cut it up and flesh it out. You know what I'm saying? But I like to have a theme to each episode just to get the creative juices flowing. Or if you're thinking of calling in, maybe it'll spark something within you. Let it be the spark that lights the conflagration of change within you. I don't think I said that word right. Conflagration. It means a wildfire. A spiritual wildfire in this case. I like to open up with my own bit of vulnerability here, Nelson, and listeners on the thread. I think there was a "What Up, Caleb" on there. Oh, maybe I'll just let the listeners know. Caleb is he's just paintballing right now by himself. He's just out. He's like, "Hey man, look, I need to get some paintball in." And here at Friday Beers, and especially here at Hug Your Bros, we support that fully. So we said, hey, get in there. Let's go. Oh, Caleb's he's on the course right now. He must be in a bunker. Because Caleb just hopped on the chat. Yeah, Nelson, handsome, man, tall as well. We had a great time, Nelson and I, in Vegas together where I almost got you addicted to gambling. I remember.
You did?
Yeah.
No, I've been addicted ever since. Unfortunately, I'm down about $30,000 in debt. And anytime someone says, how did you get into this? I just say Strider Wilson.
That's right. Yeah. That's right. I am a man of influence. Hopefully positive influence, but in this case, negative. Big time negative debt. But here's the thing. A lot of people get into debt for lame stuff, like a fender bender, or car dooring a cyclist who, in some cases, might deserve it. Freaking butt darts. But you went into debt for taking big swings and heavy parlays. My number one gambling rule is never less than 8 legs. That's why they don't call me the octopus for nothing. Every time I gamble, it's 8 legs. Okay? I'm also in massive debt. And that's risk. Gambling is risk. I love risk. I'm thinking about taking a risk. I would say I'm generally conservative in the sense of I don't take many fashion risks. If I wear corduroy, look out. Okay, I'm really reaching if I do that. I'm really feeling myself. Typically I'm in khaki. I wear khakis to bed. I wear Dockers to bed with a tucked in Oxford polo shirt. That's how I sleep, with a belt on as well, and shoes. I sleep as if I could go to class the next day. I also sleep with a backpack on my chest, always be ready. But I'm taking a risk now. And what I'm going to think about doing, and I don't know, and maybe we'll talk through this, maybe a caller could call in and give me advice if they want to, or chat, what do you think about this? I'm thinking of going goth. Okay? Now, usually you think you're too old for that, Strider. I would say the older I get, the closer I am to death. Therefore, it's more authentic. Also, I'm a great dog dad. And I think part of being goth is me adopting a raven. Imagine how sick this live stream would be if I had a crow over here. I don't know if there's a difference between a raven and a crow. Probably there is. Maybe it's just the way they sound. One goes like, and the other one just does like that noise. They make ugly noises. But if I'm gothic, there's no way I'm not getting a raven. Also, it solves my fashion issue. I'd be wearing tight leather. I also think, being 40 in golf clothes is sad. Being 40 in goth clothes is a conversation. I think that's sick. I think it's awesome if I'm wearing tight leather. I'm 6'3". Imagine if I had 6-inch heels on. That'd make me 6'9". That's a sick size. Imagine if I'm in Trader Joe's walking around in that outfit. When the sun's down, late at night, I was going to say middle of the day, but middle of the day I'm at home with my family and feeding my raven, hanging out with my dog, avoiding the sun. So I think it's a move. I don't know, Nelson. What do you think? Is it too old to go goth?
I love it. I actually have a music festival coming up. It's like a rave kind of thing. I've never been to a rave before.
I've been to one.
And I'm thinking about like outfits and inspo and stuff like that. And I think goth is the way to go, man.
I think it's a move. I'd like to see you in tight leather. Also, goths are at Disneyland a lot. For some reason, there's always goths at Disneyland. Have you ever seen that?
Is that true? I was just at Disneyland on Saturday.
Did you see any goths?
I saw no goths. I saw one furry, though.
Really? Oh, really?
Which I was like, kind of makes sense. Like, I feel like the Disney adult versus, like, the furries, those things kind of, like, intersect a little bit there.
Yes. Interesting they would let you wear a furry... I guess as long as you're not a creep, like being Mickey Mouse and trying to get like other people to come up to you. Mm-hmm. It like was the furry just like what, a bunny or something like that, like hopping around?
It was like the full like fursuit, like fursona kind of thing.
I respect the hell
just
out
walking
of that.
around, like going on rides,
just living
like
life.
Every other person, yeah.
Eating a churro.
Eating a churro.
I think goths like Disneyland because it's joy based on commerce, and I think they feed off the false joy of others. I think that's why they like it. I don't know. I am going to put on very tight leather and go there in 103-degree heat and find out. Now, no callers yet. I'm really itching for a caller. Really want you guys to talk about it. Anything that you got on your mind. Anything. Risk mainly. What do we got? Chat saying my eyes are betraying me here. Anything good coming in on chat? What do they think about that goth move?
People are saying they're talking about the furries. Furries got to be so hot in the summer.
Yeah.
Disney
brutal.
adult to furry pipeline.
Hydrate.
A study. Furries are always hot. Says Beef Nips. What else do we got
What
here?
up? Shout out Beef Nips.
This is making me confused about everything. Strider just looking like PUA mystery. I don't know what that is.
Don't know either. Don't know either.
6'9" probably got to be the sickest size.
That's a great. Yes, I agree. That is.
Strider will fill Ozzy's space and the void he just left for the evil world.
Yeah, dude. Sometimes you got to take a trip down there. I forget whose take this is on borrowing and not stealing. Hades in the Greek mythology he isn't the devil. He's Zeus's brother. He's just the king of the underworld, and he does a great job. He just does a good job doing that. Like he's gonna capture you, and it's his job.
He does, and in the Hercules cartoon, he's got that sick like flaming hair.
That's unbelievably
You can't beat
sick.
it, man.
That's what I need for my goth look. Is I need that unbelievably sick flaming hair from Hades. It's me. It's imagine Marilyn Manson with the sick flame hair from Hades in the movie Hercules, plus like the dude who plays bass in that And this guy from the Guillermo del Toro movie, who has like the hands right here. I want that. I want eyeballs on my hands. That guy, and then the dude who slaps the bass in the Mad Max. That's what I'm going for.
Yeah, I think that's one of my biggest fears as a parent is what do I do when my kid inevitably goes through that goth phase? Because we all went through it.
100%.
13, 14 years old. Tumblr was popping when I was 13. Like
big time.
We were all into it. So how do you deal with it in the new era?
I wanted wings so bad. I think what you do is you do innately, if you're a dad and you do it, it's uncool. Mm-hmm. I think if you're a dad and you don't want your kid to go goth, you go goth, and then they won't do it. They'll be like, oh, that's lame now. My dad's goth too. And you're like, oh, hey, yeah, I'm going to a rave. Oh, you're not. You're going to. Oh, yeah, I'm also going to be at Nocturnal. I'll see you there. Yeah, I'm going to do E. I better not catch you doing any, but I'll be on some, and you're going to drive home because you're 16 now. And it might give you a chance to bond with your kid too. Yeah. And then your kid's friends. You could teach them things. They could teach you things. You could teach them, hey, man, the importance of having a dermatologist, especially as a goth. Sun's going to get you. And then they can teach you stuff like, I don't know, how to tap a credit card and pay in one try. I've always been trying to do that, never been able to.
True.
I never hit the right spot. I never have it turned the right way.
Very true.
Maybe we'll hop into our, Pan's Labyrinth. That's the movie that I want to. I want to be this guy, the big lanky dude. So I'm thinking we go into a little mailbag questions right now. Why not?
Let's do it.
Here we go. Stepping into the mailbag, baby.
All right, so for our first question from the mailbag, we have, should I text my ex?
No. Next. I mean, honestly, we'll elaborate on this. I mean, if you're thinking of texting your ex, crank your hog. Go to your drill factory. I recommend a West Elm catalog, opened up on display, right next to a Boris Vallejo, The High Couch of Solastra. It's one of my favorite works by Boris Vallejo. Imagine a jacked CrossFit princess with pterodactyl wings. That's going to get you bricked up. A nice tablescape and the Princess of Solastra, that's going to get you bricked up. And crank, cry, gather yourself, stretch, and then say, hey, do I really want to call my ex right now? The answer is no. You move forward. I saw this jacked guy on Instagram. I get a lot of advice from jacked dudes on Instagram who are podcasting, talking to no one. And this guy was talking to no one in very well, excellent lighting, great perspective, power angle up on him. Immediately I had to watch. He's jacked. He said, and he's from some, maybe an Eastern European country. I always respect this guy. It looks like maybe he had an MMA career in the past where his method of training was just wrestling bears. And he said, when you're driving your car, there's a reason your rear view mirror is this big and your windshield is big. What happened in the past matters less than what's happening in front of you. And then a sick beat kicks in. And he just hits a stogie. Unbelievably sick. I've never seen him talking to anyone. Maybe he's live streaming. It could be like this. Although if just to prove that I am talking to someone, I go, Nelson, isn't that sick?
That is very sick.
Thank you. So now you know. There's two people in this room at least. And a plethora of bros listening. So yeah, the quick answer is no. I mean, do you have an ex that you would ever text or anything like that? Or?
So sort of in the same vein, a couple years ago, I made the mistake of taking melatonin right before going to bed and then going through her Instagram and just immediately had probably 8 dreams about her that night that really, really set me back on the whole closure and recovery process of the breakup. So I wouldn't recommend doing that at all.
Dude, you should take melatonin and then watch Inception.
Oh.
And that might be how you time travel. That could be a sick move.
That's a really good point. I've never thought about that.
Or you take melatonin and we watch The Crow together, and then we figure out exactly how to go goth so we can go to that rave that you've got coming up.
Absolutely.
What time of day does a rave take place these days?
So this is a festival, so it's all day.
Oh, it's a festival.
I mean, it
okay.
is. Yeah, it's like from noon to midnight or something.
Are most raves festivals now?
I would say so. Yeah, I think there's some like if you are in the scene, there's some like underground. Like I've heard people going to raves under tunnels and under bridges.
That sounds correct.
With like John Summit and stuff. That's like a private thing. So I think those are still active and alive, but I'm not cool enough to get the invite for those.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You have to be legit. You have to be goth for at least a while. You have to be in the subculture.
Yeah.
Or just have good hips or good dance moves. Or like one of the sickest raves I've ever seen was in The Matrix 3 in Zion. A lot of dudes with good vert were raving back then.
Yeah.
If you escape the machines. Dude, you know how we can rave? You know how we get invited to raving, become hackers?
Oh.
If you and I started hacking,
Yeah.
I think we'd get invited to raves.
Oh, dude, I love those Matrix fits, like the trench coats, the glasses, like the whole thing. So sick.
That's a good move. That's a good, comfortable goth move, but I think I'm going to have to go tight. I don't want to be able to sit. I don't want to be able to sit. If I pop wood, I want it to be punishment. That's what I'm going for by being goth. All right, what else we got here? No callers yet?
Let's see. No callers yet.
Everyone, hey, take a risk and call in. How's that sound?
Everyone's getting their feet wet right now.
Yeah.
But let's see. We have, should I have a threesome? Yo, Strider, what up? I want to remain anonymous for this if possible. I'm home for summer from college, about to go into my senior year, and I've been having a casual summer fling with this girl who moved next door. But I've been catching feelings lately being more romantic. Anyway, we've never said we were exclusive, and I went to her place for a party, and she boned this other dude. I found out. I was like, damn, and we've talked about it, and then we have a month left of summer, and I don't know, I might just move on, but she hit me with, is there anything I can do to make it up to you, which is epic because her friend and I have also had chemistry, so I'm thinking I might have to ask for my first threesome?
Whoa. First of all, coolest problem to have. Coolest mailbag question we've had. I would say, this is going to be crazy and I'm going to say no. I'm going to say don't, which is insane advice. I never thought being a young man I would ever advise another young man to not seek out a threesome. Only because the way it's coming about is like through an apology, and then you're like, when I picture a threesome, I imagine you're on a boat, you're at an F1 event, you're in a Rolex tent, you and your wife, you and your brand new wife, because you own, part of a racing team, hit it off with one of the sales ladies there who's also your flight attendant, who's also going to be in Monaco in a few weeks, and you link up in Monaco and you end up having a threesome. Maybe it goes something like that. Or you're just the old-fashioned way and you pay hookers in Vegas. Don't advise that. I also don't advise this apology one. I think it just doesn't feel right to me. Because you want to be in the community, you want to be a good guy, you want to have good, it doesn't sound like you two are going to end up getting married. Maybe you will. I don't know. Anyway, and if you guys go your separate ways, you got to Derek Jeter this. You know what I mean? You want this relationship to end on good terms. Maybe she messed up, did you a little bit dirty. Maybe she did you a favor. You've been done a favor. Now you don't have to do the task of breaking up with her when the summer fling's over. So that's still a win there. But it just depends on what you want out of life. I mean, look, if you want to work as a Sea-Doo rental dude down in Cabo, you've got to get a few threesomes under your belt. In that case, you go for it. If your life ambition is cash deals on wave runners, yeah, you got to have a threesome. But I don't know if you want to be like the mayor one day, or, an honest man's pillow is his integrity. Take a good look in the mirror and say, hey, am I going to like the guy I see after this? That being said, I've never had a threesome. That's pretty cool. I don't know if I have the sexual capacity for that. My threesome is a Boris Vallejo, a tablescape, in my hand. What about you, Nelson? What do you think?
Yeah, man. I mean, I used to work at a golf course with this guy, and he was like, yeah, when we all thought that the world was going to end in 2012, I convinced these two girls to have a threesome because we thought the world was going to end that night. It was like December 25th, 2020, or 2012. And I was like, wow, I really feel like I missed out on a golden opportunity there to like have a threesome, you know? Like, oh, the world's going to end tomorrow. We all know it. There's movies about it. We might as well like go out with a bang. So I was a little jealous.
Can I tell you, I think that's the whole reason there are end of the world theories. Mm-hmm. It's why dudes, the horniest dudes are like, hey man, have you heard of the Mayan calendar? It's like just a dude who works at Enterprise, like, hey, the Mayan calendar says this. Hey man, have you heard, there's an ancient Anasazi tablet that was found by a professor in Yale. No, this is serious stuff. This is serious stuff. And then it's just a bunch of horny dudes that probably have some sort of chat group that we don't know about that are all corroborating this info so they can try to have threesomes.
Oh yeah, 100%.
You know, there's been more sinister causes out there, but at least we know the end of the world's not coming. You know,
absolutely.
These dudes are coming.
Absolutely. And we're not.
Maybe hopefully multiple times.
You got to find where these group chats are.
You and I are just watching 2012 starring my boy. Why am I blanking on his name? That movie 2012 with, who's the frickin' dude, the actor from John Cusack? Yeah.
Is he in that?
Yeah, he's like the dude.
He is.
Cusack,
yeah, you're right.
Harrelson.
Woody Harrelson's in it. Wow.
Can't believe there was no threesome scenes
Danny
in that
Glover.
movie.
Wow. Star-studded cast.
Yep.
I do not remember it being this many famous people, but remember it just being like the coolest movie. Like I just remember being like, this seems sick. Like I kind of hope the world ends so I can like have this like doomsday,
Be tight.
last minute hero story.
You know, here's the thing, dude. My life isn't so great to where if you know the world ended, I would be like, hey man, we got something going on now. This is kind of exciting.
Yeah.
You know. That's like that movie 127 Hours. I think Danny Boyle directed that. I feel like Danny Boyle should direct all raves. If I went to a rave, I want it to be directed by Danny Boyle. But we talked Danny Boyle a lot on this live stream, by the way. He, I think, did that 127 Hours movie where that dude was like hiking and then like hacked his hand off to get back to his life. It's like, dude, in the beginning of the movie, he's just like has an apartment by himself. I'm like, they had a lot of, maybe if he had a wife and kid, he had to get back to. But I'm like, well, you want to go back and keep paying rent? Just die, dude. Anyway.
Yeah, think about all the shareholders he's got to perform for his job.
He's a businessman. Dude, that'd be the funniest movie of all time. All dudes who love like capitalism, I want all very like ultra conservative dudes who love capitalism. They need to remake that movie, 127 Hours, but it's just about a dude who like was, trying to like, I don't know, he was just researching where there could be an oil field. He gets stuck and has to get back and give the information that he found oil to his shareholders before they sell off the land for less than what it's worth.
Like, got to do it for the shareholders.
That'd be like a South Park. I think South Park would do something like that.
Yeah, 100%.
Nelson, genius take right there. I like that take.
Appreciate it.
Guys, even when we're not getting calls, we're coming up with some genius takes here. Yeah, man, I don't know. Should that guy have the threesome? Now I'm really second guessing stuff. You only live once.
Yeah, I mean, I was just thinking about the 127 hours, and you know how they say before you die, your life kind of flashes before your eyes, and I'm thinking about the guy with his arm stuck and his life flashing before his eyes, and he's just like in an office job.
Yeah.
How many people never had a threesome, never been to a rave, and he's like, well, it just stops halfway through. He's like, what am I doing this for?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Never even had a threesome.
Exactly.
What kind of life am I going back to? You know?
Correct.
So
that's so true. Yeah. You got to have something to get you out of bed. That's something that you live for to keep you going. A lot of people, it's children. Some people are, they do it for the work and they have the passion. Some people are giving back to the community, helping others, animals, whatever. Me, maybe it's my raven. Maybe this guy's thing is threesomes. Maybe he's got to do it.
Maybe it's his destiny.
Just gotta.
You never know when the world's gonna end.
Yeah.
We got another mailbag.
What do we got going? What do we got cooking here?
Going to China for 2 weeks, mid semester in September. This was Kobe who talked to Rusty last week.
Oh yeah. Kobe called in. Shout out to Kobe. What up? He called in about doing a slip and slide. He wanted to set the tempo for his house. So, dude, I think this is a great risk that you're taking by going to China. I went to China for a summer, and I've never been lonelier. But it made me a better guy. I used to be selfish. You could talk to my bro JT. He'd be like, dude, let's hang out. We're going to do this, blah, blah, blah. I'd be like, no, I'm staying in and I'm watching There Will Be Blood again tonight. I'm not going out. I want to watch Daniel Plainview. You know what I have done? I had abandoned my bros. I've abandoned my bros. And I realized that when I was in China. And I came around and it made me a better guy. I would email my friends. I'd write. It's when I first started writing stand-up, so I did a lot of self-discovery when I was there. I was in the middle of the city. But you know, it's kind of like a little lost in translation-y where you're like, middle of the city, surrounded by people I don't speak the language. Had some great food. So I say, yes, take this risk. It sounds like you're already doing it, so I commend you for doing so. I went for 2 months. 2 weeks sounds about right. That's going to be perfect. Primo. Be careful of the street food. I even waited 4 weeks. Oh, do we got some calls?
We do have some calls.
Let's go. Dude, have fun in China.
Fleetman.
Sean, what up, dude?
What up? Holy shit, am I in here right now?
You're on, dude.
Oh my gosh, no way. I'm stoked.
What up?
Okay. What up?
What do you got going on?
I'm just chilling at home. It's 10 a.m. here in New Zealand.
Dude.
Yeah, way down under. Down under as you could get. More than Australia.
Dude, Ben's got to come and meet up with you, dude, after. We got to build a Hug Your Bros community.
Dude, I could give him some good advice. I've been down here 5 years, so
And you know, here at Hug Your Bros, we're big fans of Lord of the Rings, which, you know, New Zealand gave us so many beautiful landscapes and just excellent wide shots that my boy Peter Jackson just, the Shire, dude.
dude, I know. I got homies that worked on the show recently, but unfortunately they're not filming that here anymore. They're filming in England, which is
Oh,
harder, dude.
that's Amazon, dude. That's Bezos for you, dude.
I know. Brother Bezos. Not pulling through.
Yeah, he's.
What?
I like him because he's Jack.
Yeah, exactly. He is Jack, and he's got a hot wife too, so that's pretty sick.
That's sick. So good for him.
But one thing I
dude,
wanted
what
to
do you
say
got?
to the last dude is, although I am a fan of true love and making love last, one reason why I'm still able to stay here is because I found a dank GF that lives here, and now I can stay here longer under like a partner visa. So
Let's
it's
go.
so you might want to be open to that, but you know, you do you. Just take it day by day. You know, that was my advice to that guy.
Yeah, it is. It is going to be tough. It's an interesting desire. Yeah, Nelson and I were talking about it. We're like, if you want to hunker down and study, it is going to be a lot of distractions in Australia. But he's got to live life. He's a young guy, and it sounds like his lady's got his back. I love that the New Zealand government supports love, dude. I love that you got this extension. You can post up, dude. Did they have like a government official who checks in on you and he's like, okay, their coffee date's going well. This is very good. Okay,
Dude,
they went to go see Superman. She didn't quite buy into the absurd reality of, well, the Superman plot didn't really stick with his girlfriend. Maybe I have to revoke that visa.
it's pretty vigorous. You gotta like send photos throughout a relationship, text messages, letters of support from her parents, like bills under the same address.
Oh, damn. Yeah, because you got to keep those government officials, dudes in hat, just being like, okay, they're riding a bicycle together. Very good. Okay, I saw them smooch and share an ice cream cone. Nice. Dude,
Exactly.
okay, so
It's like,
what do you
go
got
ahead.
going on, bro? What's up? What's up?
Well, okay, so I kind of had two things. One, I wanted some. I work in like film. Funny you brought up Lord of the Rings because I work in film and TV down here, and
Hmm?
I was kind of one thing I'm curious about is like I don't know. I'm focused in on my job. But I have like other friends that are also like they're kind of about taking a breath here and there, talking to people on set, and like and sort of like networking or whatever. And that's just something I can like I don't know. I always focus on work with all the time, and
Yo, hey,
so just
you're breaking up a little bit. You're breaking up. I think it's that long distance connection we got because you're down under. You're on different side of the globe, so you're cutting up a little bit. But it sounds like what I'm gathering is you work in film and TV. You've got some networking coming up, or does that sound right?
yeah, I work in film and TV, and it's basically, do you have any advice for like networking with people? I hate calling it that, but or just sort of talking with other departments. And
Dude,
just,
yeah, that's a great question. I work creatively. I think the creative industry is tough, especially with it's like I think it's the ultimate industry of like, hey, what can you do for me? You know, uh, and where are you a value add? One, you're an enthusiastic guy. I can just tell right off the bat. You got good energy. So I would say if you don't have, if you haven't filmed anything on your own or produced something on your own, I think the best thing to do is collaborate with any friends that you currently have. Maybe if you haven't met anyone, maybe find a project that you can do that captures your skill unbelievably well, and either put it on your social media or like a website, because that's your business card now. I filmed a series during COVID because it was quiet, and it was like a discovery series where I went out that ended up leading to other gigs and other hosting gigs because I like played a host. I was like, oh, I do well at hosting. Let me my buddy that I know has a drone. He's looking to get drone footage. My other buddy is looking to write something. I want to pull him in on write on it. And then my other buddy, who does really great like casting and wants to work like production jobs, he's not doing anything. Let's have him produce it. So we kind of got together and shared the burden ourselves and created like a micro, like 5 minute thing. It doesn't even need to be that long. I would say just have something that's creative, that's like your calling card, and that you can show someone right then. And then I would say always have your next thing, because any meeting I've ever been to in entertainment is always, oh, this is the guy that does, I like do the Joel Osteen impression. This is the
yeah,
guy that does the Joel Osteen. Oh, hilarious. Oh, cool. What are you up to now? Oh, well, I do Hug Your Bros, Friday Beers. Oh, I love the Friday Beers guys. What are you working on next? Well, I'm going gothic. Well, I don't tell them that, but I say, hey, I'm freaking working on whatever project it is, where I just did a special, or here's this. And then bang, dude, you have it. I'm not even the most tech savvy guy, but you just have I've got striderwilson.com. You've got yourname.com.
yeah.
Boom. Here's what you do. Are you like a DP, or are you a director, or?
I actually work in the visual effects department, so I'm on set, like doing 3D scanning, like
Okay,
360
sick.
lighting
So
references, stuff like that.
that's always the tough part of a job too, because once you're on one gig, you're always networking to get like on your next gig while you're on set. So I think it's important to have those, making those on set relationships are huge too, with your production coordinator, your whoever brings you in, getting in that Rolodex is important for whoever like post production is a visual effects department, whoever's like on that, being in that Rolodex, bringing the vibe, be the hero, bring in some freaking, out here we've got a bakery called Porto's. If you show up with pastries from Porto's, bro, you're a hero. So pull a hero move for the crew sometimes, do that. And I mean, you already got a good spark about you. So other than that, it just sucks having to like sell yourself, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
But
exactly.
no one else is gonna do it for you. And dude, I was doing comedy for so many years. It was like selling insurance. Hey, trust me, I'm funny. Hey, come to my show. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
I was inviting everyone, dude. I was inviting, dude, even my dad, who we would always wrestle. I'd pin him. I'd pin him and be like, dude, I love you, but come to my show, bitch. Are you gonna come to my show, dude? I'll get you a discount. You gotta buy 2 drink minimum, bitch. I'd say that to my dad. And then he was stronger than me. He'd turn it around, get me in a full Nelson. And then he'd say, I'm not going to come to your show. I'm not going to show up. Why would I change? Why would I start showing up now? I never did that for the youth games. So it was stuff like that. But dude, you're a beast. I'd say good luck, keep creating, and then yeah, man, everything is who you get to know in those interpersonal relationships. Yeah,
Dick.
you got a lot of beautiful stuff down there. You have so many beautiful visual effects. I would just be like, dude, take like a picture of like the beautiful mountain range you have, like the Mordor one, like when they light the candle at Gondor and then Rohan responds. Dude, you freaking just do like a like lo-fi version of that where like you're talking to your like boys back home or something and you're lighting like you're lighting like a whatever it is, tiny match or a spark or a fun creative video. I don't know. It could be fun. Yeah. The freaking sick ass Strider, aka Aragorn pipe that he lights, dude. The Ranger from the North.
Freeze pipe.
Something there, but yeah. In any case, dude, just what you could do, dude? Just put in yourself catching unbelievably sick waves and be like, dude, it just convince people that you're the best surfer in the world. And then you're like, no, actually, those are just visual effects. I just put my face on all like old Kelly Slater footage. And then I'd be like, okay, this guy's good. I believed it. So, you
That
got
is
Dustin
genius
Hoffman
idea.
a
I
little
just
bit.
came back from Bali and didn't get like quite enough footage of that because I would have liked surfing, so I should expand it digitally.
Yeah, dude, put yourself in there. Dude, put yourself on the moon. Put yourself in all these sick places, like very visibly, like you in the moon, you, the president of New Zealand, like all this stuff. I think could be a really fun, just way for an attention grabber. I don't know, something like that.
Yeah, totally.
Anyway,
That's
dude.
sick, dude. I want to say
Yeah, bro.
I love the history podcast, man. I always have my Yankee on road trips. I love this band, and I would say if you're into, I've worked on two sort of semi-historical shows. One
It's
of them,
choppy. Damn, Nelson, are you catching any of this?
I'm not.
Shit, man, I'm trying to catch this. It's just a little. Our connection's just so freaking choppy. Hopefully, I'm coming
Other side of the
through
world.
crisp to you, dude. I might have to, dude. If you have your second question, call back next week. We're moving to Wednesdays, dude. It's just coming in choppy. I hope you caught what I said about the superimposing your face on Kelly Slater videos.
you sound good. You can let me go if I sound like ass.
I love you, bro.
Thanks, Sean.
Thanks for calling in, man. You're a beast, dude. All the way from New Zealand. What a legend. I wish it came in crisper, dude. Please call back next week. Also, this is probably a good time, or you can write in if I can't understand too well. DM, write in, whatever. You can even throw it in the chat, Sean. But next week we're moving to Wednesdays, and I think we're going to be doing Wednesdays from here on out, 6 p.m. Pacific time, 9 p.m. East Coast time, and then what is that New Zealand time? That's what I'm wondering. It was 10 a.m. there. It's almost 4 now.
Let's see. That's like 18 hours? Is that right? Or is it 6 hours
Oh, man.
back?
Damn, dude. I wanted to ask them if the...
They're 6 hours behind us, so... Or they're 18 hours ahead. I don't know which one.
Dude, that's some crazy shit. If anyone knows the answer of times in New Zealand, call back. Even Sean, if you've got a nice crisp connection. We got another caller?
We do.
Let's go. Oh, look at this unbelievable legend.
What up, Stride Man? How are the bros today?
Dude, the bros are good. We had our boy Sean call in from New Zealand, absolute legend.
I saw that he got boned by his microphone, dude. Apparently New Zealand hasn't designed microphones yet.
Yeah, dude. Maybe he needs to cruise by the old prop department for the Lord of the Rings and snag himself a lav, dude.
I know, dude. I'm in someone else's office right now, and I thought, I'm sucking down some mug root beers, thinking about taking risks. And
Let's go. Do you have no pants on, I hope, as per usual, when you're in someone else's office?
I'm in a full onesie, dude. I got the same color pants as my shirt.
Hashtag
Really going
respect.
for it.
That's good style.
Thank you. My wife dresses me, which brings me to some risk taking.
Yes.
All right. I thought of two things while I was watching the show and while I was listening to you, and I wanted to throw your way.
Please.
One of them is being around a computer that is a desktop computer immediately brings me back to taking some risks when we had a family computer, you know?
Oh yeah.
Our family, we had the family computer in the basement. And so
Oh
if you
yeah.
wanted to maybe take a risk on some self-love, you could hear footsteps coming down the stairs in time to you had to take some risks, but you had to have a wiener pull up.
Oh yeah, you had to be wearing the proper shorts, no belt, no zipper, sweat shorts so you don't hurt yourself. Also, you'd have to set one of those what are those like Rue Goldberg things like that game Mousetrap?
You got to do a bit of a mousetrap situation as an alarm to give
Correct.
you a wiener put away time, but more importantly, time to have an alternate tab. You need to
Yes.
have something else for the sound.
Some
But
good research. Alternate tab, a grandfather, mother, any loved one would respect you looking at. I always would just pull up Apollo 13. I was like,
that
oh,
ain't
I'm
too
just
bad.
looking at this. I'm looking at the space missions. So what about it?
I pulled up the Yahoo homepage. I'm just like, I just like
Oh,
the way it looked back then. But it
Yahoo
reminded me of
homepage.
self-love. And then I thought to myself, a big risk in my life. I dated a girl in college. I moved to Chicago. We broke up.
Oh,
I was single for about a year, and then, as fate would have it, we end up at the same party again. And I remembered taking a risk
yes.
and rolling the dice and thinking, do I want to hang out with this girl again? Dog, I took a risk. Same
Oh,
gal.
Daddy-o.
So I was
Luke,
going to
this is
ask you,
amazing.
have you ever taken a risk in either self-love or external love that you think either paid off or didn't pay off?
I've taken many risks with self-love. I would get Kazaa to 99% download. My girl Jenna Jameson, pause, unjoy, and then I would pay it forward because my brothers knew that I would do that, and I would say I'm not going to delete it yet, and I'm
Would
actually
you
even going to
rename
test
the
them.
files? Because back in the LimeWire days, if you were downloading something, it wasn't a guarantee that that's what you were getting.
Oh, that's true. That's very true. Yeah, you could pull up something like, "Hey, NFL's greatest hits," and you might be seeing something else.
You might be seeing a little Jenna Jameson. That's right.
Hey, yes, sir. And then also, Luke, I will say, my now dank ass wife and I dated in college, and then she did a super senior year. I graduated, moved home like a winner, and worked at Nordstrom in the stockroom. What up? And then we met at a sketch comedy show back up in LA. She actually, I have to give her props. I saw her and I did one of these. You know, I did one of those. Yep. A big old, like, oh shit, man. Like, all right, I'm going to say hi. I started thinking about what to say. And then in the time where I was even trying to think, she already came up and goes, hey, what's up? Good to see you. Are you living in LA or how do you know? And like, we had mutual friends in the show. Oh, you know, blah, blah, blah. Oh, cool, cool, cool. And then she goes, hey, we should get coffee sometime. I said, sure. We got coffee. And then after that, we talked, hashed a few things out. Then I hit her up after that and I said, hey, let's go see a movie. And I took her on what is perhaps the best first date movie of all time.
Let's hear
Girl
it.
with a Dragon Tattoo.
Girl with a Dragon Tattoo is an intense choice for a date. There,
She kept looking over at me like, is he going to kill me? What's
he's gonna
happening
get.
here? Yep.
That's
She,
a pretty wild first.
yeah,
But then I'm sure you were able to be like, look, you took a risk inviting me to coffee. I took a risk inviting you to see a Skarsgård kill women.
yes, yes. Skarsgård has a room dedicated to dismembering women. And that's not a very good first date choice, but I'll tell you right now, our love is powerful and it's still enduring.
That's right.
And whenever I'm upset, I'm not a yeller. I will use a Nordic accent. I'll say, why would you do this? And that's my Nordic accent. I don't know, Luke. What's the scale on that?
Right away, it took me up to the fjords.
Dude, you know what? This is a testament to earlier we had a call, Luke. I don't know if you might have been busy, but a guy asked just straight up, should I text my ex? I kind of just said no. I said, you know what I said? I said he should crank hog first. Actually, he
Crank
should
hog
do
first.
exactly where he should really get a hog crank in first and then see.
That's good advice right there because you don't want all that sauce clouding your judgment. You know what I
Correct.
mean? Because
Correct.
once you've cleared out the pipes and fully drained your sack of juice, maybe you'll be thinking a little clearer. Or, it also depends like how brutal the breakup was. Like, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? There's extenuating circumstances where like maybe if it ended on good terms, maybe and you guys were just growing apart, or maybe it was long distance or something, and maybe you're in
Yeah.
the same city again. There's other reasons to reach back out, but I think the good advice for almost any problem is why don't you take a little self-love action, download you a Jenna Jameson classic, something with a
Hmm.
story, something
Boat
where
sex.
maybe she needs her plumbing fixed and she don't have enough money to pay the
Hmm.
pizza guy.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know what I
Yeah.
mean?
That pizza guy, he's trying to save up for an education, and
It's
he's horny.
exactly right.
Yeah.
And I think it's just better to get to crank your hog, see things with clear eyes, because sometimes once you nut, you have that post nut clarity, and you're able to evaluate better.
That is 100% true. That is actually the phrase from one of our favorite shows, Friday Night Lights. Clear eyes, full heart, empty nuts, can't
Empty
lose.
nuts. Empty as nuts. I think Connie Britton was emptying those nuts.
Oh, Connie Britton, perhaps the best TV mom besides Gilmore Girls' mom. I forget her name.
Oh
Those are
yeah,
my
yeah.
two favorite, probably one of the top TV moms.
I love a Kitty Foreman.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Ah, man, you're a man of. Luke has the best taste, dude. Well, Luke, dude, thank you for calling. Enjoy that office. Is there good AC in there? I hope.
It's a little stuffy in here, but I'm thinking I might try to clear the tubes out. It's not my office, so if I jack off in here, it's not a big deal. That's the
Good.
rule.
Well, make sure to leave Lemon Party on the screen when you leave.
Appreciate you, man, and hug those bros.
Will do, brother. Love you.
Back at you.
A virtual hug. Luke Null, the guy's an absolute legend. Coming here with no mistakes. I've never seen that guy miss. If he was a baseball player, he'd be batting 1,000. He'd be Pete Rose. He's a Cincinnati Reds fan. Pete Rose on the field. Do we have a few more calls?
We do. We have Luke.
Oh, another Luke. Hey, what's up, dude?
Also drinking a root beer.
Oh, dude, amazing. Let's go.
Repping the merch, too.
Shout out Luke Null. That guy's so fucking funny. I was
He's the
listening to him
man.
2
I
days
love
ago.
that guy.
He had a take about what was out and what was in the new year, and it was like out, shirt and pants combos, in, just shirts like Winnie the Pooh. I was like, that's so fucking good. Fell in love with
It was a great bachelor party move too, where you're at the bachelor party, you're trying to bond your buddy's old friends with the new friends, and you go, "How do we do this? Beer pong? Maybe that's too competitive." Nope, we're going Winnie the Pooh style every time we're in the kitchen. And then if you leave the kitchen, you can be with your pants back on. But if you're in the kitchen, you're Winnie the Pooh.
That's a good rule.
Yeah,
I might implement that right now where I live,
that's a smart move.
just
At
as
the
an everyday
tempo.
move.
So what do you got going on?
I got a question for you, okay? And it's a little bit of a big one. So I went to a Kesha concert on Monday, okay?
Nice, hell yeah.
And I'm
remember
taking
Kesha.
some heat. I'm not sure if I'm ever going to be living down the is he gay allegations.
Nah.
I just want to ask, okay, because this has come up more than once in my life, and I'm starting to think, is it a coincidence? Am I gay? Is going to Kesha gay? Because I got a couple things here. Number one, she's got some bangers. Okay. Number two, I did just go with all girls. So I'm like, okay, I could see how that's interpretable.
Right.
And number three, I pretty much blacked out at the concert and only remember like 2 songs. So I'm like, I've got some confusion going on that I'm hoping you can clear up.
I think here's the thing. You seem like a young man. Gay or not, Kesha's got bangers. So I love Prince. I love Elton John. I love Panic at the Disco. I went to a Panic at the Disco concert by myself. Pretty creepy, actually. It was it was a very weird vibe, but I enjoyed the concert.
Scary, yeah.
Out there, just took in the music. Befriended some other dads. I was like, look, I'm here for the music. They didn't believe me, but then they saw the way I danced and they respected it. For you, maybe your bros are razzing you. Tell them, hey, have you heard Kesha? And then 2, so what if I'm gay? Cool, great, awesome. Where you're putting your weenies between you, God, and your partner. and maybe multiple partners if you party that way. Good for you. So no, I love it, dude. For me, I'm like, dude, sometimes the bros are, they're probably, it's never about the laundry. In this case, it's never about Kesha. They probably wanted to, Kesha, sorry. They probably wanted you to, hey, Kesha, was that like an old like Disney Channel original show or something like that? I feel like.
I don't know. I think you said that twice though. At first,
Yeah,
it
it's
was
my
like,
bad. I don't say words right. I can't read, Luke.
I was going to ask, is that how you pronounce the money symbol that's in her name? It's with a sh.
Yeah, dude, yes. No, man, dude, she rips. It's actually a song that one of my good buddies, Jimmy, when he's golfing, that's how he gets his golf rhythm down. He goes, wake up in the morning, brush my teeth with a bottle of boom, and then on Jack, he's pulling through.
So he skips the P. Diddy line.
Yes, I'm not super familiar. It's been a while since I've listened. It's been a while.
I thought that was something that he was intentionally doing.
I'm generally just listening to deep house music because I'm trying to rave these days and go goth. But look, when it comes to art and being sensitive and your boys are going to shame what you're into, that's fine. You can let them know, hey, look, I love it. Wear it proud, wear it with pride. Enjoy that you like who you like. And, you also went to a concert with a ton of ladies. Like, that's just chill no matter what.
I thought that was pretty fucking chill. But,
that's chill no matter what. So, yeah, I think you're
gay guys there, which I mean was perfectly fine.
If you go back to ancient Greece, there was something called the Golden Brigade. It was a brigade of gay dudes, and they had the least casualties because they loved each other. And in the Hoplite Phalanx, they would protect the dude arm to neck, like in the 300 when he's talking about that, the best because they loved their bros.
That's pretty fucking
cool. They became the ultimate, most like elite fighting unit. So I think it's badass, dude. I think there's a way to say that it's badass. I think, you have your taste and to each his own. And I think your own is A-okay, bro.
I appreciate that, dude. Thanks for the advice.
Of course, you're the freaking man, my dude, Luke. Thanks for calling in. And next time, how do you say it again so I don't say it wrong?
Kesha?
God, why am I such a dumbass?
Kesha.
Kesha.
Kesha. It's hard to take you seriously when you can't.
You're like, dude, how am I going to trust this guy? Also, you shouldn't trust me. I'm wearing shorts, dude. You should never accept advice from a dude in shorts, dude. So just.
I am wearing shorts as well, though. So.
Okay, hell yeah.
Then my dong there. I know that's a big no-no on the show. I don't quite.
Yeah. No. You're safe. Don't worry. Okay. All right, dude. Well, you're the man. Let's give it a virtual dap. What up, dude? Maybe we can get like a nice.
Maybe like a hug. Could I give you a virtual hug?
Yeah, virtual like hug.
That's pretty good. I feel you.
Hell yeah, bro.
I like the wraparound.
Thanks for calling in, Luke. Let me know. Hey, talk to the boys. Let them know. Be like, maybe if you want to talk to them or confront them, you don't have to, but just be like, yeah, this is the music I like. What up? And when we're in my car, we're going to listen to it at a moderate level. Okay? When we're in your car, we'll listen to what you want to listen to. So
they do like Kesha. I think it was just that I went to the con. They might just be jealous,
They're jealous, and like they probably want you to be like if you're hooking up with one of the girls. There's always this phrase that dudes say: if you're with a bunch of girls, it's like you're either hooking up with just one or none. Never all. If you were hooking up with all, I mean, you should have your own show. We should all be calling in. Yeah, exactly. You should have your own cult. At this point, you would be in a robe, not shorts.
I should be the host of this show.
Yes, you'd be telling us about a doomsday. Yeah, I'd be drinking your Kool-Aid. But in any case, dude, I'm fired up for you. I think you got great taste.
All right, peace. Thanks, dude. Love Kesha too, dude. My favorite.
Yeah, Kesha's great, dude. Hey, check her out, dude. Check out Kesha, dude. Interesting remixes. Very interesting. She's the North Korean version.
The Timu knockoff.
Yeah, dude. He plays only strictly in North Korea. Later, bro. What a great guy, dude.
I love that. I think we should start a community of guys, straight guys that like pop stars. Because I was just at a Katy Perry show.
Nothing wrong with that.
Ago. I mean, one of the best shows I've ever been to. I mean, she's phenomenal. I went to her Spotify. She's got like 10 songs that have over 1 billion streams on Spotify.
Yes.
I mean, that can't all be girls and gay guys. I mean,
Correct.
there were plenty of straight guys at that show.
Do I not turn up? It's the eye of a tiger. When I hear that on the radio, that gets cranked up every time it's on.
Exactly. Last Friday night.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. I mean, you can't beat it. You
I
can't beat it.
kissed a girl and I liked it.
You're gonna act like you're too cool for that? Come
Yeah,
on.
exactly.
Come
That's the
on.
thing. It's insecurity that these guys are coming at Luke with. It's their
Absolutely.
own insecurity, and
Absolutely.
they're projecting it. So I'm happy Luke had the security to go through it, and I'm happy he called in to get some reassurance. That's what we're here for.
100%. 100%.
All right, dude, I think that's about our time. We've done about an hour, guys. Thanks to everyone who called in. Ben, Sean, the Lukes. Love you, bros. Thanks to chat. Anything we got? Any shout out? Any chat, Nelson?
I mean,
What we
Beef
got?
Nips,
Beef
Cream
Nips.
Jeans, all these guys were super active. So
Love
shout
seeing
out
you
to
guys in here.
them.
Backbone of the show.
Thank you, bros. I mean, we will always remember you guys when this show is doing 100,000 viewers.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, you guys are going to be here on the ground
You guys
level.
are going to be the OGs.
Ground level will send you guys some free shit once we hit 100,000. And then in the meantime, you go check out Shop Friday Beers, snag your swag. I love this thing. It's in the link, all that type of stuff. Description. I mean, you got a link in the description, all that. So freaking stoked, dude. Andrew, love you being here, dude. Anytime Caleb's out of town, if you're able to step up, let's go, dude.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you guys for having me and accepting me into your show.
Yeah.
The fans and all, man. It's been a pleasure.
Likewise, man. Right back at you. We'll catch you guys. We're moving to Wednesdays. I'll put it on Instagram and stuff. Wednesdays, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern, and